Hey guys, Dr. Detroit. We're going to be loosening the drain bolt on the transmission today to see if there's any water in it, as this has been sitting around a long time, and I plan on driving it, hopefully, in this video. So let's see what we got. Drain plug. Yeah, I know, my camera work sucks. There we go. How's that? How's that? Ah. Yeah, that's some water. And it's also very cold water. It's also running down my armpit. Still water. Still water. Huh. This could go on for a while. I'm certainly glad I didn't try to put this in gear yet. My goodness. A lot of water. Ugh, look at that mess. Alright, well, at least the water itself is out. Looks like I've got to get some gear lube. I don't think I have any at the moment. But I'd move it with that in it now that I know that it's not completely full of water. And you know, I'm worried about the engine too. But because the engine doesn't have a dipstick. I don't know if I showed you guys this, and I'll get over there and show you. It has a level gauge with a needle on it. But at any rate, while I'm under here, another thing I'm going to do while I'm under here is I'm going to take the pump off because it's seized. And I want to take the brass pump off, take it apart, possibly rebuild it, so we can put the pump and the hoses back on the truck as well. Little brass pump. It's pretty cool. Okay, so here's that gauge I was telling you about where the dipstick belongs. I don't know if you can see it from here. And it says it's half full, but I have no idea what half full is. But we're going to find out if there's water in it. Another big drain plug. This is a big fucking drain plug. Oh, and it's not tight, so that's always nice. Anything yet? Just oil. Ugh, black, nasty oil. I think we'll be changing that too. Look, Greta, I got it on my hands. Underside of the carburetor. Isn't life beautiful? It's a nice, pretty nice rig under here. It needs a lot of restoration. All right, so we know there's no water in the transmission anymore, and now we know there's no water in the oil in the engine. We'll see what happens next. Okay, so we knew there was water in the transmission. We drained that out. And I started testing things like the clutch and the brake pedal, and I can't get this thing to shift first or reverse. So we're going to have to pull the top of the transmission off to see what's stuck. I'm going to start by taking the parking brake handle off, because it's going to be in the way. I don't know what transmission this is, but it's got a big aluminum cap. They really liked aluminum this year. Anyway, I just pulled the floorboards out. I don't know if you can see over there, this whole firewall is only held on with a few bolts. Eventually, I plan on taking that off and polishing it up and clear coating it. But there is a lot of work to do. There isn't a bit of wiring in here that's any good. I got to do it all over again, which is fine. I'd rather start from scratch than try to deal with some of this cloth-covered rotten nonsense that's been eaten and deteriorated over the years. But I got my wrench here. I'm going to take out all the cap bolts. I got to take out that nut so I can pull the parking brake handle off. And then once I get the cover off, I'll bring you back. Okay, so we got all the bolts out. Everything came out like butter. It was amazing. Now we're gonna, I know the transmission's in neutral. We're gonna, oh, it's just a ball. Look at this. This is interesting. It says 3186 on the cover, but yeah, I suspect one of them's is stuck. There's hardly any oil in it at all. It's all slime. So, well. Well, I guess we gotta try. Let me get my old tap out here and see if any of these things move. All right. Okay, I looked it over a bit, and it looks like I've got to take this shifter fork out, and to do that, I've got to take this detent. This is the spring in the ball, basically, that locks it into different gears. I got to take this off, the two spacers, and these two bolts here to pull this plate off so I can slide that rod out, take the fork out, and then work on the gears that are stuck. Or I could play with the dog. She would much prefer I played with her, huh, Jackie? You're such a menace. Oh, God, you're heavy. Yeah, okay. Okay, I looked it over a bit, and it looks like I've got to take this shifter fork out, and to do that, I've got to take this detent. This is the spring in the ball, basically, that locks it into different gears. I got to take this off, the two spacers, and these two bolts here to pull this plate off so I can slide that rod out, take the fork out, and then work on the gears that are stuck. Or I could play with the dog. She would much prefer I played with her, huh, Jackie? You're such a menace. Oh, God, you're heavy. Yeah, okay. Well, that isn't working out as anticipated. It has started raining, so I got to get the cover back on. But it says Brown Lipe Gear Company. Anybody know what that is? And then the cover says 3168. And I may have to pull all the shifting rods, and I may have to pull the whole transmission, which I don't want to do. That's the last thing I want to do. But things are very stuck, and there's rust on the gears, and I got to clean everything up. Just getting this thing freed up would be a bad idea, because I'd run all that crap through it, even if I drained it. So I'm going to put the cover on for now, because it's raining, and we'll get back to it another day. Well, that's it, guys. Started raining. Looks like we're going to have to get into that transmission. That'll be fun to do a couple videos on, hopefully just one. But because I don't have any way of screwing with it in the rain until I move a Jaguar, it's going to stay where it is and be closed up. The only other thing I'm doing is I found a couple of junk headlights for my 34, and they look like that, and I'm making them look like that. So I've been polishing those up, and this is the red light off the fire truck. You see the glass is all broken. I'm going to try and mix up some epoxy, I think. I don't know, but when I get to doing it, I'll video it so we know what it looks like. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm Dr. Detroit. Please like, subscribe, I don't know, any of that kind of stuff. I have to admit that my little channel that's been here for 9 years, with the advent of putting out the first Will It Start video, has exploded. Nowhere near where you could make money on YouTube, and I don't expect to. But thank you guys for, having interest and watching. It's been actually really cool.